We build this boat in both an 11-foot and a 13-foot. Today I'm in the 11-foot Hobie Quest. A couple of features I really love about this Hobie Quest. It's really laid out beautiful for paddling. Due to our hull designs that we'll talk about a little bit later, this boat tracks excellently, is a joy to paddle, and can really move very efficiently for a paddling series kayak. Some of the great features that I really like about the Quest: first of all, this boat, if you choose to be a kayak fisher person, this boat is completely set up for it. You do have two molded in rod holders in the back. You do have these large mesh storage pockets. These are great for fly boxes and other things such as that. Also, right here between your legs, you have the tackle bucket. And I'll show you this again without plastic on it. Another great feature of the Hobie Quest, and I think that this is an oftentimes overlooked feature of this boat, are the foot braces. Most kayaks have foot braces of one sort or another. The thing I really like about the Hobie foot braces is that this is a full solid paddle that's connected on both sides. So a couple of things that does for you. First of all, it gives you a really good stable platform to push against. In a paddle series boat, you have to push your butt into the back of the seat to get an effective forward stroke. And if you don't have something solid enough to push on, it doesn't really feel very comfortable to really lean into the back of that seat. Another nice feature of these foot braces, the way that they are connected, is if you are a fly fisher person, obviously when you're stripping in line, you end up with fly line all over the deck of your boat and in your lap. The other style that a lot of folks use for their foot braces is just a peg that sticks out on the side. First of all, when you really press into those things, they have a little tendency to want to flex. The other thing is that fly line, or even just a fishing line off of your spinning rod, can get hung up onto those things. So this is really nice, keeps a really nice clean cockpit of the boat, and gives you a very, very solid platform to push against. To adjust the positioning, you lay these flat, lift them out of their slot, move them into the next slot you need it to be in, and then put your foot back on. So very easy to adjust on the fly, in the water, or on a demo beach. Also, in addition, you have a really nice large storage hatch up in the front. By simply shifting your weight up to the center hatch, you can easily access into there, get whatever gear you need to out of there. Like all of the Hobie boats, the Quests also share a plumb bow and stern. So you have a vertical bow and stern. And I think this is something else that is sometimes overlooked in the efficiency of a paddling boat. The longer your water line, the better your boat is going to track. So especially when you start talking about these shorter boats, the Quest 11, this is only 11 feet of boat, but you have 11 feet of water line. And I think that in a boat this short, it really makes a big difference in getting an efficient hull ride. Another great feature that I really love about the Quest series of boats, and I mentioned this earlier, is its paddleability. This boat tracks excellently. And another big feature that I really love about the Quest is that when you stop paddling, this boat goes in a straight line. If you have a boat that has more rocker, which does sometimes add to its maneuverability, you end up losing that tracking. And if you are a kayak fisher person who's using a paddle in their kayak fishing boat, you just can't have that. You can't be drifting down a river or drifting down the bank of a lake, spinning 360s, trying to cast. So the tracking and the straight tracking of this boat just really does make this boat a great boat to fish out of. In addition to the ease of adjustment of the foot pegs and the good solid brace positioning, this boat can also be equipped with an optional rudder system to allow you to have foot steering capability of this boat through the rudder. Very nice alternative, especially if you're going to be out in bigger water or doing some crossings of some inlets or channels where you kind of need a little bit extra help in the steering of this boat. Very easy to rig up. Again, you can see the pedal is already rigged right there for tying your line into. You have indentions in the boat hull where your rudder lines would then run in with the supplied optional rudder kit, and then holes in the back where those lines would come out.